had my observation.
Okay,
All right, but care, love. The impact that you guys have on the world. A double superstar! You get the... What makes you think it would be cancer? Cells, most of the time what they do is they fight those bad germs. And today was the day that we all cried. You see why this is Miss Call's favorite book? And if you said no, go to that side. Hi Sweet Friend, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maylene Call from Mrs. Call's Campers. Hopefully this is going to be a short vlog. I really just want to hone in on our read aloud this week, I think, because it's one of my absolute favorites. Hair Love, it's so good. We'll see what else I end up sharing anyway, but I want it to be a focus on Hair Love and how I'm teaching it. This week is also Peace Week for us, which is new to me. I actually didn't know that was a thing. I am also getting observed today. My principal sent out an email last night and said, sorry if I'm speaking fast, you can slow it down. My principal sent out an email last night letting me know I needed to be observed sometime within the next 2 weeks, and I said, why not? Let's just do tomorrow. Hopefully it's gonna be a good day. I have a really good feeling about it. We just got off of a long weekend. Yesterday was Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. We are hopefully gonna have a really awesome week. A sparkly clean star. I'm gonna give you this pretty white star. What a way to start our morning. Is breakfast cleaned up?
Yeah.
Okay, let me check. Good job. All right, sparkly clean star. Two. Okay, director and helper, line us up.
Eyes are forward, voices are up.
All right, lead us to art. Do you guys remember what we do with these green cards?
Middle rhymes.
We're looking for the rhyme, and we can usually find it in the middle. It's the vowel and what comes after it. So who sees the rhyme in this word? A-D. You got it. Let's read it. Ready? Add, pad, paddle. Nice job. Who else saw the rhyme in that word? Did you guys see it too?
Yeah.
Thumbs up by your heart.
2 D's.
Is this smiley face easy, heart, hard, or check just right? Who sees the rhyme in this word? It's a little more tricky because I see more than one vowel. I and P is the rhyme. Let's read it. Ready? If, drip, drip, dripping, baggy, running. Yeah, and it's okay if it's hard too. If it's hard, that's okay. Hemming. Oh yeah, director, what's our move today? Body. So if you see my arm go across my body, what are you gonna do? Only one time, right? Not a couple? Okay, so we're gonna practice. My girls are going to stand up and get their poetry folders. I love it. Green is for our verbs. Good, and a verb is something you do. Give me an example. Who's got an example? Run. Running is a verb. Run, running, ran. What else? Yeah, melt, melting, melted. We're gonna talk more about our verbs, but we're also going to practice saying the different verb tenses. Whisper, whispering, whispered. Good, you got it. You want to use your teacher voice? Okay, bring your pouch folder. And it's the end of the day. Just like that. Honestly, did I enjoy teaching today? Yes, for the most part. Could there have been easier moments? Yeah, there could have. It's interesting though because we were having such a fantastic morning, and I was really hoping so because I was getting observed. And the kids were listening so well, and they were even commenting, wow, Miss Call, like this has been a really great morning. Like everybody's doing a really good job. So many of them said that. I had my observation, and I told my kids beforehand, I was like, hey, he's coming in. Whatever, like he's doing his job, we need to keep doing our job. I recorded the whole thing, but it's so hard to tell. My first year, my admin left a sticky note and they were like, oh, you did a great job with this. Here's the tricky part. Whenever you get observed, there are so many little check boxes that they're looking for you to do, and we know that's not something you can do on a daily basis. So I took my lesson that I normally do with my kids and I kind of stretched it a little bit more than I would in just a typical normal day. You guys see me teach every single day. Today, since we were focusing on inferencing and I knew that's what I was getting observed on, I did kind of like a pre-task, and we talked about inferencing, and we beat up inferencing in our whole read aloud at almost every page. Inferences, and I love the book Hair Love because it's perfect for inferences. Oh, before we start, we are going to practice a little bit. We're going to be working with inferences. Do you guys remember when we did Last Stop on Market Street and when we read those shoes? Yeah, and we talked about their character. Character traits describe a character, right? So we practice just with our characters, but today we're going to be looking more at the story. Say inference.
Inference.
Good. Everyone say, you need a tissue, so just go. Say inference.
Inference.
Using what I know.
Using what I know.
To talk about the book.
To talk about the book.
And we're thinking about the book. So I want you to look at this picture. I'm going to give you private think time just to look at the picture. Okay, do we know these people?
Yes. No.
No, we don't know these people. They're strangers to us, but we can make an inference using what we know, and we can try to make a guess about what they're doing. So who wants to share what they think they're doing? Laughing, what do you think they're doing?
Having a movie night.
Having a movie night. Okay, you guys got the first step down. You told me what you think they're doing. Now we're going to use our magical word, because. B-E-C-A-U-S-E. Because. Now I want you to see if you can tell me why you think that, so that they're watching a movie.
Because maybe it's family night.
Yeah, so I think
I think
they're watching a movie.
they're watching the movie.
Because it might be family night.
It might be family.
Who wants to share their inference? They know each other.
They know each other because they're family.
They're family, and do we know that?
Yes.
Do we know that?
Yeah. No.
We don't know that, but we're making an inference. Okay, inference.
Inference.
Using what I know
Using what I know
to think about the book.
to think about the book.
Okay, our book, Hair Love. How do you feel when you have your hair perfectly done the way you like it? I want you to think about how you might feel if you're having a bad hair day.
Embarrassed.
Ooh, that's a really good word. Say embarrassed. Show me embarrassed. My name is Zuri, and I have hair that has a mind of its own. Just like that. There is nothing my hair can't do. Are you ready to make your first inference?
Yes.
Say, I can infer.
I can infer.
I think.
I think.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, I want you to make an inference. What do you think is important to Zuri? I want you to turn and tell a friend. I think, maybe. All right, now pause. Who used our magic word because?
Because.
Because.
Her hair.
Her hair. And why do you think that?
Because she it just does magic stuff and it's really cool.
Yeah, because she's telling us about it, right? If you're interested in something and you like it, do you talk about it? Yeah, that's all she talks about so far is her hair. Good for her? I want you to make an inference about their relationship. Good relationship, and why do you think that?
Because they're both doing stuff for each other.
They're doing stuff for each other, right? What does he do for her? What does he do for her?
She takes care of her. He does all the things that the girl wants to do.
He does all those things for her, but what is she doing for him? So what was she doing for her daddy?
Being quiet so you can sleep.
And where is she looking to?
Her iPad.
Her iPad. Can you make an inference? What do you think is on her iPad? Turn and tell a friend. Because doing it for her dad. Maybe that's a good guess. All right, my turn. Pause off, Rocky. Yeah, we can infer how she's feeling based on what she looks like. So how do you think she's feeling?
Disappointed.
Disappointed because
Because she don't like the hairstyle.
she doesn't like that hairstyle. Can you make that face she's making? Okay. Can you use one of our vocabulary words from last week? What's he doing? He's supporting her, right? Were you right about their relationship?
Yes.
Do they have a good relationship?
Yes.
I want you to turn and tell your friend why they have a good relationship. How do you know?
The relationship is good because
Teacher voice. Their relationship is good because
they help each other.
they help each other. Who feels the same way? Do you see any clues that the illustrator is giving us here as to what the plan was? What do you guys see? You can tell me. What do you see?
The video on the
I see an iPad too. I think I can infer what her idea is. Click? Why do you think it says click?
Okay. So maybe the closet.
Maybe that's the closet door. Let's see. Mommy! You've got to be the prettiest Supergirl I have ever seen. Maybe she got back from work. That's a good guess. Let's see. Now I want you to put your detective hat on and I want you to look in this picture for a clue. Welcome home.
Mom.
And this is cut off and it says,
Mom.
welcome home. Mom. Like welcome home signs for our parents when they get home from work.
No.
No. Maybe she was on a trip. I'm going to ask you to look a little bit closer. I'm actually going to zoom you in because there's another detail that the illustrator gave us. Readers not only read the words, they read the pictures too. And I want you to look at their mom now. Do you see what she looks like? Yeah, she looks happy. She's definitely excited to see. Is that the same or is that different to this? It's different. I want you to see if you can make another inference. Zuri told us when she woke up it was a what day?
Special day.
It was a special day. Say special day.
Special day.
She was really excited, and she was really excited for who?
Mom.
She was excited for who?
Mom.
She was excited for her mom to come home, which means her mom had probably been gone for a what? For a long time, right? And I want you to notice what the mom is wearing. Have you ever seen this before?
Yeah.
Does her mom have her hair? No.
Holding something in her hand, so.
Oh, it's a bag. She was gone for a long time. She packed up somewhere.
Wait, look at that orange thing in her hand.
We're going to talk more tomorrow. You said the most important thing to Zuri was her what?
Hair.
But what's really the most important thing to Zuri?
Family.
Her mom and her family, right? Can we make inferences on pictures?
Yeah.
Can we make inferences on people?
No. Yes.
No. Come here. Today is Culture Day. Can we make an inference about where he's from?
Yes.
Yes, why?
Because we could look at her.
We can look at her. What do we see?
Flowers.
Flowers. Where do you think she's from?
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Good inference. Okay, we're going to make an inference about our picture.
And all throughout the rest of this week too, we're going to be making more inferences about the characters. We're going to watch the short film. We're going to compare the book to the short film. There are just so many awesome things you can do with it. And my lesson today, I told him, I was like, we're going to be like about 11 to 11:40, and it was perfectly timed. We ended right at 11:40. So I was actually proud of myself for that little detail, as small as it is. So we started the lesson, me walking them through making inferences with a picture. We read the book, focused on inferencing, and then afterwards they were supposed to make their own inference on just a new picture, because obviously I'm not going to have them read a whole book and make inferences like you do it step by step. So I kind of scaffolded them a bunch in the beginning and throughout the book, and was helping them in their conversations that we were having throughout the entire lesson. And I'm just really, it's hard because you know everything that you're doing in your head, and I can explain to you everything that I'm doing and why I'm doing it, but it's hard to know if someone on the outside can see that. So I'm curious to see what he'll say, but I did also record the entire lesson. So I'm going to play that for you here. So I can actually go back and watch it and, I don't know, kind of see if it's what I thought that it was. And it's hard because day to day I know that I work so hard and I do so much and they're learning so much. But whenever you have someone who comes in and watches you, especially if it's not someone who can come in every day, you want them to see so much more than what you can show them, you know? So I always struggle with that, but I just wanted to get it out of the way, and now it is done. I actually got a call that my ice skates are in and I get them fitted tonight at like 8 o'clock at night. I'm super excited to have those. I get to wear them tomorrow for the first time during lessons. We did read Micah's big question.
Micah's big question. Do you want to have some cozy reading time where I sit on the floor with you and we sit together?
Yes.
You want to get cozy and read? Okay, we'll do it. Another great question, Micah, but before I answer, I want to know why you asked it, his mom said, still smiling. I heard a boy in class say something mean. I want you to infer how his mom is feeling. Sad. That probably breaks her heart, doesn't it? Micah, sometimes the world may try to show you that one way is the best way to be, but that simply isn't true. It's called representation, his mom said. Say that word with me. Representation. That's 5 syllables. Representation. It's called representation, his mom said, putting her arm around him. Everyone is different, but no one is better. Her skin is trailblazing.
It's called trailblazing.
And that book was more, I said, let's just have a cozy, like, read aloud time. And we all sat on the floor together, and they were like grouped, kind of huddled around me. Read it together. We talked about Peace Week and empathy, and we're going to dig deeper into that this week.
We're going to get a little pep talk from our friend, Kid President. Try using kind words and ask him.
He's a president?
No.
Is it actually the president?
No.
People think you have lots of money. Make it rain everywhere you go.
for Peace Week this week, we're going to be talking a lot about the impact that you guys have on the world. You guys are just what, 6 and 7 years old?
Yes.
You're just little people.
Little baby.
There's no way you could change the world. Wait, is there?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do not let anyone ever tell you that you cannot change the world. And then of course February is Black History Month. I feel like my library is getting really, really good. I have so many read alouds that I just want to share with them that I don't even know if February I'll do too many retells. I think we might just be doing a bunch of single books. But math they were really excited for because we were adding 3 numbers.
I want to have a song for that one.
For adding 3 numbers?
Yeah.
But you already know how to do it. Okay, I know you guys love adding 3 numbers, and today we get to learn a strategy to help make it easier for our brain. Say, okay, brain.
Okay, brain.
I'm gonna make it easy for you. You got this, brain. Okay. You gotta always talk good to your brain. You gotta talk really nice to your brain. You have to be nice to our brain because our brain controls our whole body. You need to look for the double. Now you're a double star. You get that. Beats me. Did you just ask if we can do math? We revisited our double song. So you want to know doubles? Well, they help you add and subtract faster. Yeah, when you know that it can be kind of fun. It's really cool. You just have to remember. In some ways, they're like number best friends. Now you're a double star. You get the best. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. You get the best. 3 plus 3 is 6, and you know 8 plus 8 equals 16. The best of both. You know 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 10 equals 20. Oh, whoa. When you know your doubles pretty well, you know 6 plus 6 equals 12. Yeah, you get 9 plus 9 equals 18. And 0 plus itself is 0. You get the best of both worlds. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. You get the best of both worlds. 3 plus 3 is 6, and you know 8 plus 8 equals 16. The best of both worlds. You can add and subtract. You get to skip instead of counting. The best part is that you get to use a brand new strategy. Doubles! Doubles! Yeah, the best of both.
Doubles. Doubles.
You got the best of both.
Doubles. Doubles.
Come on, best of both. Who would have thought that a kid like me would be a double superstar? You get the best. They love our double song, and I think they did a pretty good job. So, give thumbs up when you see our double. Plus 3 is what?
6.
Remember on here to show that I'm putting them together. You don't have to do that. I know 3 plus 3 is 6. Am I done?
No.
No. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 6, 7, 8. It's okay. So your job is to find our doubles. Our doubles right next to each other. You might see them. Oh, that's a double. I know 4 plus 4 is 8. You might see them right next to each other. Or you might see them separated. You know 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 and 3. 8. 9, 10, 11. 3 plus 3 is 6, and you know 8 plus 8
equals 16.
So I'm going to put that here. I know 8 plus 8 equals 16. Everything today was pretty typical. Good morning. You're in the same spot. I'm so ridiculously tired this morning. I actually got my ice skates last night. Pilot Fiesta Ice Pro. Gosh, I can't remember the name. It's inside the Pepsi Ice Arena. One of my little girls in my class, her mom told me, like, this is where you need to go, and he is wonderful. So if you're in Las Vegas and you need ice skates, you need to go to him. Let me tell you, I tried to measure my own feet, ordered some off Amazon. It was a big fail. It was just terrible. And then doing it through him, like, he was so personable, he was nice, he measured me, he ordered for me, he like heat molded them, sharpened, like he did all the things. That was nice, but I also did it late last night, so I'm so tired. Gotta go make coffee. But I wanted to just share like the feelings I have right now, because I didn't actually watch back the video of me teaching yesterday, but I want to kind of just like see it from like an outside perspective again, which I do every week with you guys. But something about an observation, I don't know, I have this like deeply rooted, let's get deep, I have this deeply rooted fear that people won't like see me or understand me. And so like when observations happen, that's like one of my worst nightmares, because I'm like, if you don't understand why I'm doing something, or if you don't know why I'm doing something, then it just like eats me up. And it's a personal thing. I don't know if you guys go through that too, which is why I kind of like this platform where I can record and share things with you, and sometimes I'll put up like little things on screen and I'll explain like, this is why I'm doing that. And if I could, I would do that with every single lesson I do, but I just don't have the time to sit there and type it out for you, and I'm hoping that you can read between the lines at some point. Today's gonna be manifesting. Today's gonna be a really good day. We're gonna continue reading Hair Love, do some more inferences. We might read it with sound effects today, because somehow it is already Wednesday. We just got a text because we have a new first grade teacher next year, which is really exciting. So we'll be a team of 6. In my first year, I was actually a team of 9. So I'm still like, hey, we're chilling. We're chilling. But it's just crazy how quickly next year is approaching. Anyways, just want to have like just a couple of minutes of just chatting with you guys.
Hey, who remembers what we were working on yesterday in our Read Aloud? What were we working on?
We were working on like the book where we like the picture.
Doing the thing with the picture. What were we doing with pictures and books?
And we were writing down
What we thought, right? We were using what we know to think about the book. It's called making an inference. Say it, inference. Inference. Okay, so we're going to start again by making more inferences. I'm going to give you some private think time to just look at this picture. Can you infer?
She's feeding the ducks.
I can infer that she's feeding the ducks. How do you know that?
She's throwing bread.
Because she's throwing bread. Okay, who has another inference? Picture. Who might be taking this picture of her? Maybe her mom and dad. Why do you think that? Not in the picture, so maybe they're behind the camera. Because see, Mr. H was in here, and I didn't want to forget to say something. I know, I never use sticky notes, right? I didn't want to forget to say something, so I just put them on sticky notes. I do sound effects. Oh, you know what? I have it planned for tomorrow, actually. We'll do sound effects tomorrow. Should we do them today?
Yes.
All right, let's find them. We got it. My name is Zuri, and I have hair that has a mind of its own. It kinks, coils, and curls every which way. The picture, there's more clues. Who sees the other clues in the picture? But what made you think she likes drawing? Daddy tells me it is beautiful. That makes me proud. I love that my hair lets me be me. It went presto, just like that. An inference based on this photo. What was Daddy doing before he fell asleep? Who can make another inference about Daddy? Because you know what I noticed?
What?
I noticed about where he is. He's sleeping. Who can make an inference? Why is he there? Ooh, because why? Because he was worn out. He was so tired. Did Daddy go all the way up to his bed? He didn't. He was too tired. It looks like he fell asleep while he was reading. So let's make some inferences about Zuri's character. We would say one of her character traits might be what? Okay, I want you to turn and whisper to a friend. What might Daddy's character traits be? 2 really important things. He said he's helping her with her hair, and he's not mad, right? Daddy could have heard that iPad crash to the floor. He could have ran up there and he could have said, Zuri, what are you doing? But he said, hey, can I help you? I think he's a really, really nice, probably a really patient daddy too, huh? I want you to make an inference about how much time you think has passed between here and here. How long do you think this really took? Or because why?
Because her hair's really like thick. I bet it's hard to brush through, and he
Really good guesses, right? Because doing hair takes a long time, doesn't it? So I can infer that Daddy is definitely patient because he's trying all of these things for little Zuzu, huh? Yes, did you hear what he said? Daddy did not say just pick a hairstyle. He's actually helping her with all of these different hairstyles. He probably knows, maybe, he knows this day is special to Zuri because he really wants to make it right with her, huh? Mommy! Okay, now I want you to make an inference about their relationship. What kind of relationship do you think Zuri and her mom have? I want you to turn and talk to a friend. Maybe they... That's what you said. What did you say? Yeah, maybe they have a good connection, a good relationship because they're so excited to see each other. Exactly. We don't know about Zuri and her mom. We have no idea, but we do know Zuri was really excited to see her and Mom is really excited to see her too. So I think they have a good relationship. And we noticed before there was a change, right? In these pictures she has what? Hair. And then here she does not. So something happened to her mom to make her lose her hair. And we also know she went somewhere.
Like cancer?
What makes you think it would be cancer?
Because her hair is like in a bun, and when people sometimes in movies I see, when people have cancer, they always wear a hat over it so people can't see if they're bald and stuff.
Yeah, you're right. And this is why Miss Call likes to read books more than one time. Because sometimes the second or third time, we realize something we didn't before.
Maybe she's going to a really, really good doctor far from away from this town so she could get her like body checked out and
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. How many of you have...
Pink note there before? Maybe she
Ooh, good job seeing that note. Miss Call didn't see that. This is a card that says, you got this. Who do you think this card is for?
Mom.
Mom. And why do you think someone would give that mom a card that says, you got this?
Maybe because she's trying to fight through it.
Fight through it. You got it. Kiss your brains. Yeah, cancer is something that our bodies have to fight through. And that, I think, is exactly where her mom was. Go ahead.
My sister has cancer.
You guys know what cancer is?
Yes, it's like a really sick thing.
It makes you really sick.
Some can be cured, some can't.
Some can be cured and some can't. Do you want to share something? Our body is filled with blood, right? Like when we cut our finger, we can see our blood. What we can't see inside of our blood is something called blood cells. They're little tiny cells. I can show you a picture of what the cells look like. And those cells have a very important job to do in our body, but sometimes those cells are damaged, okay? And when those cells inside of our blood and our body are damaged, it can cause cancer. And so some cancers, like you said, some cancers can be treated and some cancers can't be treated. The cancer patients who have to go to the hospital, sometimes they can just go to the hospital and they can get like a shot or something else, a medicine or a pill, and they can go home. But other types of cancer patients have to stay in the hospital because their treatment is so intense. Sometimes they have an IV. Exactly, and they have to spend a lot of time in the hospital. It's not the cancer that makes their hair fall out. It's the medicine that they give you that makes their hair fall out. So this is what cells look like inside of our body. So if we zoom into like our veins, this is what we would see. We can't see that with our eyes, right? Just like we can't see germs with our eyes. So these cells, most of the time, what they do is they fight those bad germs and they fight that bacteria that gets in our blood. But sometimes they don't do their job, and that's where we need doctors. And sometimes treating these blood cells and getting rid of the blood cells,
How I got an ear infection?
sometimes that's really exhausting for bodies. I'm gonna read the end of this story again, and now that we've kind of talked about it, let's see if we feel differently. You ready? You've got to be the prettiest Supergirl I have ever seen, she said. And your hair is beautiful, Zuri. It's so sweet. Oh gosh. Maybe because they were so excited that she has no more cancer in her body. Do you think the author and the illustrator did a good job in this book? Yes, because we have all these feelings, right? They did a really good job. I can't read this book. Can someone read this book for me?
Here is Mommy, Daddy, and me
It's love. Your love.
Come have a seat on your leaf. You can bring your tissue, but come have a seat. It's a good thing Mr. H is not here today because we are a mess. Why is her hair mommy, daddy, and me? What does that mean? Why is that hair love?
Your parents?
Yeah, your parents. So Zuri's hair is special to her, not because it's her hair, but because why?
Because they're family.
Because they're family, right? We get characteristics from our family, right? This week is Peace Week. We're talking all about our culture and where we're from, and that helps make us who we are and what we look like and how we act and what we do and how we feel and how we talk. It's all part of our culture. So Zuri, what's the most important thing to her? Her family. Do you see why this is Miss Call's favorite book? Because it's good.
The same texture of hair.
Really? Yeah. Who has the same texture of hair as maybe their mom? What about, do your siblings have the same texture or different? Okay, Wednesday. Today was the day, and today was the day that we all cried reading Hair Love. They made the connection today. I was actually a little bit caught off guard because they didn't get it yesterday, and so I was kind of wondering if they would get it today. So I just kind of repeated some of the things that they noticed yesterday, and one girl got it and the others totally understood. And we actually have one of the kids in my class, his sister actually has cancer, and so he made the connection there and shared a little bit with us. And you would be surprised what even kindergartners and first graders know. I've done this book with kindergarten and first grade, and kindergartners, you know, they know and they understand that. They've seen it in movies, like it's something they're familiar with. So I thought it was really a good lesson today because we went a little bit deeper into the book and we used some of the clues we saw before, and it kind of sends the message that, you know, inferences, sometimes they are not super obvious, sometimes they are, sometimes you have to think a little bit more about them. But my whole class is getting so much better. I'm actually glad my kids didn't get it yesterday when my principal was in here because I cry every time, and so that just would have been embarrassing. I mean, would he have cared? No. But do I want to sit there crying reading a book in front of my principal? Also no. So today was good, and we did another little dojo lesson. Class Dojo has these big ideas. If you go on your Class Dojo page and look at the bottom, there's a big ideas button, and Mojo, the Class Dojo logo guy, he will kind of walk you through just different things. So we've been doing empathy all week for Peace Week. Yesterday we read Micah's Big Question. Today we're going to read another really special book. The reason we're talking about empathy is because it's like a muscle, just like how reading it's kind of like a muscle. We have to practice every day and we can get better at it. Empathy is something that you can get better at. You can get better at understanding how other people feel. You can get better at helping other people. So we're going to learn more how Mojo does this today.
A certain emotion came over him.
We can affect how others feel. What does that mean?
If you look at the emotion on their face, because you could see if the sad what happened to me. Maybe you could be like, do you want to have a play date today, or do you want to go to the park? Like if someone's feeling like really sad, tell them, are you okay?
It's important to recognize how others feel, right? Because if we just go around not caring about anybody but ourselves, are we helping to make the world a better place? No, if we're just focused on our own tiny little world and we do our own things just for ourselves all the time,
That means we're vain.
we're vain. It means we're not spreading all that love and all that kindness that we have in our hearts, right? Can you make a difference to the world?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, and you make a difference every day. Right now, you guys are 6 and 7 years old. Most of you are 7 years old. You're gonna remember the kids that you're in class with when you're a grown-up like Miss Call, and you're gonna remember how they made you feel. That's why it's so important. There's a quote that says, "People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. That's why we talk about feelings all the time, because it's so important. You want to be someone who is making other people feel what?
Happy.
Feel good, feel happy. You don't want to be someone who hurts other people's feelings, right? Because that does not make the world a better place, does it? No, go ahead.
Need you. We really need you. How good friends. Let's read.
He said anger is contagious. Hate and fear, they are too.
But I'm not here to spread those. Neither are you.
Okay, what does he mean by anger is contagious?
Gets angry, they just keep on spreading to different people.
Yeah, I want you to reflect back on days where, as a class, we are really struggling and it feels like this sadness is spreading. Is that a good feeling? No, but it's easy. It's easy to spread if people are bothered and irritated and frustrated. That's kind of like an energy that we all can feel sometimes. What about other times when we're having really, really great days and everybody is happy? Is that contagious? Is happiness something that spreads easily too?
Yes.
It is. So both of our strong emotions, each side, anger and happiness and sadness and kindness, those emotions, they're actually very easy to share with other people. But what kind of emotions do we want to share with other people?
Like if one person says something nice and then it just keeps on going around the city.
Yeah, exactly. And when someone does something nice for you, does that make you want to be nice to other people?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. And that's how that's how little actions can make a really, really big difference. We are going to practice what it feels like to spread some kindness. Now, what he is going to do is he's going to find just one person and he's going to say something nice to them, or he's going to give them a compliment. When you're ready, I want you to walk over to that just one person, a compliment. How do you feel? You feel good? Okay. Now I want you and you, both of you, go give a compliment to one person. If you get a compliment, stand up. Now how many people do we have? Stand up.
4.
Now we have 4 people. Okay, now you 4, I want you to go and give a compliment. Each of you find one person to give a compliment to. Stand up if you get a compliment. Okay, we started with just 2. Started with just one person. Now I want you to count with me. Let's see how many people we have. Ready? 1, 9, 10, 11, 15 people. Now, who's the first one to go give a compliment? And then 2 people stood up. And then more people stood up. But now that we have 15 people standing up, do you think it's going to be fast or slow for our whole class to feel good? Fast. Okay, you guys, go give a compliment. Go give a compliment. You got a compliment. Stand up.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
I want you to look at who is still sitting. Who's still sitting?
No one.
No one. Why isn't anybody sitting on our carpet? Because we spread joy. Does joy spread faster when one person does it or when a whole bunch of people do it? A whole bunch of people. We're going to test it. Everyone back on your leave. Have a seat. I'm going to start this time with 2 people. It's a concept called pay it forward. Okay? Say pay it forward. It means when something nice happens to you, you pay it forward and you do something nice for someone else. I'm going to start this time with, you guys come up. How can we make our joy spread faster?
A whole bunch of people passing it.
Oh, a whole bunch of people doing it. Okay, so this time, I want you to give 2 people a compliment. I love how you said thank you. 6, that's so many. Okay, now I want each of you to go give 2 people a compliment. All right, stand up. How many we got? Oh my gosh, this is most of our class. Okay, now there's not even enough people on the carpet to give 2 people a compliment, but I want you to try. Go ahead, give 2 people a compliment. How one little thing that you do can make a big difference?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, what you do can make a big difference. Your words matter. And look at all these people on the carpet. There's no one there. How many times did you get complimented today? And how do you feel?
Good.
Feels so good.
I thought we read another book. Maybe we didn't have time. Just to recap sorry, the lighting is so bad. A recap for writing. What they did today was they just edited and revised with a peer. Some of them did a really good job. A really great job editing. I mean, that's how it goes. Nothing is perfect all of the time. What else is interesting is we did doubles, not doubles, but adding 3 numbers, finding a double. We did that yesterday. It's like this. They did great on this yesterday. Switched up the format. Really, I could have given this to them yesterday, but I wanted to give them a familiar like equation with the equal sign. because we don't do a whole lot with like the stacked numbers, but I did it today and I was surprised that a lot of my kids who even did good yesterday, like they struggled with it today, and I was like, okay, we need to practice a little bit more with the equation kind of stack. Yeah, that's all I have to share. I'm gonna go ice skating tonight. I don't know if that's interesting to you guys or if it's not. Let me know if it is. If it is interesting to you, maybe you're already following me on Instagram, but I'm gonna go home. Hello, good morning. Today is workout day / sports day. This is not even a real jersey. This is like a jersey from like Victoria's Secret pink when I was in college, but because I didn't want to wear my full like Preds stuff to school because I'm in Vegas and I will get bullied. So I have just like a little Predators coffee cup, even though I do love the Golden Knights. Okay, so today I have a mom coming in. Let me tell you guys, this has been game changing. It's been game changing for my classroom, for my mental health, just all around awesome to have moms come in at like a scheduled time every week. And if they can't come in, guess what? It's okay. But if they are able to come in, like that's like a really big help. So if you have a goal for next year and you feel like you're drowning and you don't have an aid, or you just want to try it out, ask your moms. At the beginning of the year, I sent in a form. I'm like, do you want to come into our classroom? Do you want to volunteer? Would you be able to help prep things at home? Would you be able to prep things at school? Like one of my moms, I need to put them up actually. Maybe I can do that really quickly. One of my moms, she will always cut things out. And like at this point, I just sent home a little folder and she sees it and she knows and she cuts it out. And I'm like, you are an angel. Thank you so much. Where did I put the folder? Cut out all of their little snowmen because we're going to like our directed drawings this year. I'm doing them differently. I'm having them cut it out and we're going to like mat it onto paper versus just sitting home with paper. So she's so good. Yeah, I have all sorts of things. I need to make a video probably that kind of explains all of that because I think it'd be really easy for people to go to and look back on. So I'm gonna stop ranting here. I'm gonna be out next week because I'm going to Ron Clark Academy, which I am so freaking excited for. Let me tell you, so excited. This is kind of like not a pipe dream, but it's one of those things like I knew about Ron Clark when I was student teaching, and I always thought like I'm never gonna be able to go, but man, it would be so awesome. I remember talking with my student teaching mentor and I was like, you've got to look at this school, you've got to check it out, like it'd be so cool to go. And my principal sends all of our new hires to Ron Clark Academy because our school, we do the house system and everything, and he's saying like he wants it to be like the public school version of Ron Clark. And you guys can kind of see like throughout my vlogs the things that we do and like the community and the relationships and all of that stuff that we build. I was telling my friend, this school feels so different than any other school I've been at because we do it so well here. So anyways, I don't know why I was rambling. Oh, so I'm gonna be out next week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I'm just trying to put together some sub-plans, not even sub-plans, just kind of some activities. So I'm gonna do some read aloud book activities for one day, for maybe 2 days, and then just some extra like filler activities. But yeah, good morning, happy Thursday. Practice making more
Inferences.
which is
Using what I know to think about the book.
we can even make more inferences even on day 3 of reading our book. And after we read our book today, we're gonna watch the short film and we can kind of compare the book to the short film. My name is Zuri and I have hair that has a mind of its own. We talked yesterday that Daddy was probably what?
Sleepy.
He was so sleepy and he just fell asleep. He didn't even make it into his bedroom. And why is he so worn? Hold on, I want you to privately think. Thank you for sitting on your bottom. Why is Daddy so worn out?
He's so worn out because
He did everything for Zuri. Now I want you to make an inference. Do you think Daddy always does, and you could show me with a yes or a no, do you think Daddy always does everything for Zuri? Okay, if you said yes, I want you to stand up on this side, and if you said no, I don't think Daddy always does everything for her, go to that side. On this side, if you think yes, Daddy always does everything for Zuri. You're on this side if you say no, Daddy doesn't always do everything for Zuri. Does Daddy do this for her all the time? Does he always do this stuff?
Yes, because he picks her up after school and he goes to the playground, bike rides with her, and that's
But why do you think he always does that stuff?
because to make her happy.
Maybe to make her happy. We know they have a good relationship. Okay, someone from the no side. Do you think Daddy always does all this stuff for her?
Sometimes he's like, her mom's home all the time, and her mom does stuff for her. Because maybe sometimes her mom's home a lot.
Okay, now I want you to take another second. Do you think Daddy does everything for her? Yes or no? You can change your mind if you think so. Anybody want to change their mind? Okay, now let's talk about it together. Daddy is what? We know Daddy is what?
Helpful.
He's helpful, but what else is he? He's
Tired.
tired. Now, if what is true and someone else used to help him, do you think he would be more tired or less tired? If somebody used to help him with Zuri, but they can't anymore,
Less tired. More.
more tired, why?
Because the mom's not here, so the mom can't help much.
Exactly. I want you to keep that in mind, right? Daddy is worn out, but maybe he's so worn out because he's not used to doing it all by himself. Needs a special hairstyle. So what did she decide to do?
Watch a tablet.
She just had to watch a tablet. Why do you think, hold on, private think time. Why do you think Zuri did not go get her dad? Shh. Ooh, maybe she was being respectful and didn't want to wake him up.
Or peaceful.
What's another reason? Why wouldn't she wake him up and ask him?
Know how to do it herself.
She wanted to know how to do it herself. Okay, why else might she not have woken him up and asked him? I mean, to me, it looks like it's okay, but is Zuri satisfied?
No.
She's not. So why do you think Zuri didn't just ask him to do her hair?
He's not very good.
Maybe because he's not very, maybe he's not very good at it. And why do you think Daddy is not very good at doing her hair? I want you to take private think time. Why might he not be good at it? I think maybe, go ahead, turn and talk. Why might he not be good at it?
I think the mom is not very good at it. I think the mom was there when she used to always help.
My turn. You guys are making such awesome inferences. Okay, what did you say?
The dad might not be good at it because the mom could have used to do it.
Yeah, I think that maybe doing Zuri's hair was something that the mom used to do with her. And that makes sense, doesn't it? Now, knowing what we knew yesterday about the end of the story, I'm going to zoom you into our picture, and I want you to tell me what you noticed that our illustrator did when Zuri is so frustrated about her hairstyle. What did our illustrator add? What detail?
Like tears.
A tear. And why is Zuri crying though? Why is she crying? It's just her hair, right?
And she wants to make it pretty for the special day.
Pretty for the special day.
Maybe because it looked like her mom's hair, and then that's why she
So yeah, exactly. We just talked about her hair is not something that her and her daddy really did together, was it? No, who did she do it with?
money.
She did it with her mom. So do you think that could be why this is so important to her?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's something that they shared together, and she probably really what? She what? She probably really misses her mom, and she misses that.
The dad was doing the hair. I noticed sweat.
Sweat, yeah, because he was so tired. Okay, I think you guys are really gonna enjoy the short. So we still have to use our inferencing power. You need to pay super close attention, okay?
And he has like an angry face on
Yeah, let's look back at his face. I am curious about that emotion. He said, ooh, that, it's not anger. He's like, oh my goodness. Surprise before that, let's look. Hold on, let's see what he does. Okay, notice how here he looked at his what? He looked at his what? At his watch. Why do you think he was looking at his watch? To see the time, because why?
Maybe he wanted to do the help. It's a special day.
It's a special day.
So if he's probably checking if they have enough time to do this.
Why would they do that? Why would they show that?
Because he's probably thinking that like the hair and him are having a fight.
Kind of like they're having a fight, right? They're in a war. The hair is doing this, but he's doing this, and they're trying really hard. And did he defeat the hair?
No.
Was he successful?
No.
No, and now look.
He's sad.
And I wonder how Daddy's feeling right now. If we were to make an inference about how he's feeling. You're right, look. Her hair is coming back. He
short in the book, was it the exact same?
No.
No, but did the story change?
No.
No, they just gave us more what? Yeah, they just added
More
more details. And I have a question. Did you feel more emotional reading the book or watching the short? Why did the short make you have more feelings? What was different and special about it?
Yeah, and because they took off the bottle cap and then they gave a big hug, and that was sweet.
That was so sweet and so special because her mom realized that Zuri sees her as what?
Ball.
As bald, but she sees her mom as what?
A brave bald girl.
A brave bald woman, right? She gave her a crown. Zuri was proud of her mom. Okay, I realized I forgot to close out the vlog. Good news is, I think we're officially caught up on all of the backlogged vlogs. I think so. So that's nice. This was, of course, in February, but that's okay. I actually really enjoyed watching this vlog back because I feel like you guys can really see just a clear progression of what a read aloud can look like throughout the week. I feel like every single day can be so different, and in this vlog you really got to see how that can build, which is really, really cool. I have the hiccups. I'm also really glad that I recorded that week just for all of the really nice conversations we had. I know I didn't put a whole lot of writing or math, but I feel like just like the read aloud and then the conversations surrounding empathy and peace week, I feel like that was all really, really good to show people, and we don't get to see those kind of interactions a lot of times in teacher videos. So yeah, I'm really curious to hear what you guys thought of this week's video. Make sure you like this video if you had fun, subscribe and join the family down below, and I will see you in the next one.